Hi, my name is Tristen Epps. I'm the executive chef at Red Rooster Overtown here in Miami. And I'm a 2021 StarChefs Miami Rising Star. So Red Rooster Overtown is in Miami, Florida. It's a big celebration of Afro-Caribbean food in what was once a super thriving neighborhood that's now became underserved. And so we came along and really wanted to celebrate African American food and the migration and immigration of kind of colored people here. So a lot of the products at Kikkoman are things that I have always used in my career as like umami boosters, flavor boosters. We use the sesame oil quite a bit, toasting it with bene seeds for one of our crudo dishes. Honestly, it's just like the consistency of product. You know, I can find it anywhere. I found it in all corners of the world, and they've been able to spread, and I can get to have that consistency everywhere I am when I get to cook. I really love like fermented items, but I also love coupled with super fresh seafood. One of the most sustainable things that we can have on this earth is seafood. So today we're making hamachi crudo with sizzling sesame oil, a ponzu mojo, and some pork cracklings on top. So I love the simplicity of raw fish dishes and kind of Japanese inspired dishes, but we really wanted to say, how can we make this more Miami? So we kind of paired it with a like a yuzu and ponzu mojo. Mojo being like a marinade here in like Cuban culture. So we really wanted to kind of add that on there. So we've added a little bit of pork fat. We've added a little bit of the sesame oil, you know, a little bit of sizzle to it. So that's kind of how it came along, and it's a really flavorful, like forward but really simple dish. So we're looking for those kind of umami flavors and citrus flavors that the Kikkoman ponzu really kind of lends. So to make the yuzu mojo, we use ponzu for a little bit of salt and umami and some of that citrus, along with more lemon and lime juice, a little house fermented yuzu kosho, some oregano, and a little bit of pork fat along with there to kind of smooth out the flavors. We then use that to marinate and brush on our fish to really add some really great flavor and kind of have that fish really soak up some really nice flavor. That lime ponzu really just kind of helps add that little bit of zing and just kind of excites the dish a little bit more. Along with the mojo, usually comes on some sort of like crackling pork skin in Cuban culture, so we wanted to add that. So we added chicharrones on there just so you can add this really cool texture that was light and puffy and still really umami forward along with everything we got. So to plate this dish, I slice my fish really thin, season it with a little bit of sea salt, and then dress it with our yuzu ponzu mojo. Let it marinate for about a minute, just so that the flavor really sucks up. Garnish it with fresh orange, some shaved carnival cauliflower, my pork chicharrones, and a little bit of fresh oregano. And so where the Kikkoman really kind of comes and makes a kind of star is the sesame oil. We mix it with some pork fat, and we actually heat it up till it's smoking, and then we're gonna pour that right over our raw fish to slightly cook it and sizzle it just a little bit to really open the flavor of the fat of the fish and get the aroma of the sesame oil. So here we have our hamachi crudo with yuzu ponzu mojo, pork chicharrones, and sizzling sesame oil.